You just might be one of the millions of Americans who is in a position to need a red dot. More specifically, a compact red dot for the brand new CCW pistols that are optics ready. And this red dot is so light, I can barely even feel it inside the box. This is the Sig RomeoZero. What this is Sig's newest red dot, and it's specifically made for the new segment of subcompact, or I guess we can call them nano-sized pistols, which are optics ready, such as the Sig P365, the Springfield Hellcat, and the Ruger LCP and the Ruger Max 9. It was confusing to give it another pistol that they had. So this red dot is definitely one of the smaller ones compared to a typical Trijicon or a Vortex or a Burris. And once again, this one is designed to fit on those micro compact slides. This red dot is made out of polymer, and it is a bit on the smaller side, and one of the things that you're going to find with a lot of these types of sights and competitors is that the battery is going to go on the bottom. There's not going to be a battery tray on the side. It is polymer, so it barely has any weight to it, but one of the issues that does come up is, will you possibly damage it, especially since you have brass ejecting very close to that. So Sig also does have a metal plate that acts like a shield that you can put around it, which will further help protect the red dot. The Sig RomeoZero is motion activated like Sig's other red dot sights, and what that means is that when you pick up a firearm or when you pick up the dot will automatically recognize movement and it will turn on. At the same time, when it detects that there's no movement for a prolonged period of time, it will automatically turn itself off, thereby preserving the battery life. Now, some people like that feature, some people don't. However, generally it has been very reliable that as soon as I pick it up, it does turn on. Do note that the battery is on the bottom, so if you are going to need to replace it, you are going to need to unmount it off the sight and then unmount it from the gun. What that does mean also is that when you mount it back, you might need to adjust your zero just a bit. Speaking of battery life on this guy is also rated at 20,000 hours. However, take those numbers with a grain of salt because those are generally at the lower illumination settings. Now, the button to change the illumination is, since there's no buttons on the side because of due to the compact size, the button is right there in front of the window. And if you need to change the windage or elevation, you do have it right here on top for the elevation, and your windage adjustment is right here. And Sig does include the tools, the small Allen wrenches, in order to adjust them. Now, some of the pistols that you might be mounting them to, they might actually co-witness with a different sight. Some people actually, and some firearms it might not. So what you actually do have is you do have a mini rear sight that's going to be built in, so you can use it to co-witness with the front sight. The Sig RomeoZero uses a CR1632 battery, and it does come with it, along with the instruction manual and a number of sets of screws in order to fit on your choice of firearms. You might run into a situation where it might have different thread patterns, so you will possibly need different size screws, or you might need to adjust the screws by cutting them down to size if they are too long. And the way you'll be able to tell that is when you start screwing it in, it's going to start lifting off of the slide. Overall, very, very good sight. You'll barely feel that it is there. It does have some disadvantages, namely that the battery is on the bottom, so when you replace it, you will have to take it off of the pistol. And then, like I said, it is polymer, so it is lightweight. However, you might want to think about putting on the shield in order to give it some more protection. Otherwise, do keep in mind that this is a Sig product and it does have Sig's infinite warranty, so they will protect it in case anything does go wrong due to the workmanship or if the dot just ends up breaking. So that is the Sig RomeoZero, the sight that's barely there.